What is going on YouTube? Hannah back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we are going to be looking at XRP, Ethereum, Bitcoin, as well as the S&P 500. Specifically, in today's video, we have to talk about the recent bounce that is now happening on most of the major cryptocurrencies, as well as the correction on the S&P 500, heading us down to our bottom support here, which could be correlated to the closed Federal Reserve meeting that was yesterday. Now, we don't know because it was closed as to what exactly was spoken about. We have our assumptions as to what it could be, but we don't know for sure. Regardless, out of the closed meeting yesterday, whether related or correlated or not, we did see prices on the S&P drop below our uptrend here, which pretty much confirms that this is not a good support, and we're probably going to be using and continuing to using this bottom that we have right here, which could be forming a downtrend in a descending triangle. So we do have to talk about that. So as you guys can see, for the most part, prices are starting to rebound off of these major cryptocurrencies on their bottom uptrend, which is confirmed. And you can see Ethereum is doing perfectly, exactly executing what we talked about in yesterday and probably the past couple of days and in our videos. Even Bitcoin is starting to bounce off perfectly and start to head back up, which is very exciting. So guys, today's video is brought to us by TURBOXBT, which is actually a really well-built trading account in regards to more so like betting. You're betting on the market, which is short term, 5 seconds, 30 seconds, 1 minute, even like 15 minutes, 5 minutes, stuff like that in regards to where the markets will go to. Super simple. Either you bet that the markets are going up, and if they do, you make a profit. If the markets go down and you bet that they're going down, you make a profit. But if it does the opposite, you do lose your bet. More information about TURBOXBT will be at the end of today's video. It's actually a really cool website though, if you guys do like betting on the markets. So definitely make sure to stick around to the end of today's video to check that out. More information about them will be in the description down below, so definitely stay tuned. With that being said, guys, definitely make sure to smash the like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe, and let's dive into today's episode. So guys, on the current coin market cap, quick refresh. Now this is not, there's no way, like I don't believe it because markets are doing pretty well. And I guess the current global crypto market cap is definitely wrong. I think there's a glitch with this because we're not down 7%. All the cryptocurrencies that I saw are actually doing extremely well, swinging up at quite a bit here with Bitcoin up 4, Ethereum up 6.8, BNB up 7.3, XRP up 4.7. Markets are all up. Avalanche is up 11%. Everything is swinging back to the upside here. So I'd like to believe that this is not accurate in here with this down 7.77%, but I do believe that markets are all starting to recover fairly nicely. So what I do want to look at is these major cryptocurrencies here, and I will tell you guys right now that I have bought into a few cryptocurrencies, and I am still waiting for confirmation on XRP before I buy into them. Specifically on XRP, what I mean by that is there is an uptrend here, and we can draw it on the 4 hours so you guys can get a better view, but there is some sort of higher low, higher high forming here, or at least a higher low formation where prices have found some sort of uptrend, and we've been using this to actually help us move up in price, which is, you know, incredible. And I do believe this is going to continue to play out for the rest of February. Short-term temporary bullish run, and then we'll see what happens in March when the Feds decide to tell us how they're going to be, you know, reacting to the rates here. But in regards to XRP right now, what I'm really waiting for is for us to get above the daily moving averages here, which you can see we're kind of getting sandwiched in between, so I haven't bought into them just yet. You can see where resistance and rejection has actually taken place. The first couple of times back in the 8th, 9th, and 10th have gotten rejected off the red band, and you can see here for the 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th, and now today the 15th, resistance is on the green band. But regardless, what I'm waiting for is to get that confirmation closure above, which you can see we haven't done in a very long time, and the 3 days that we were retesting this red band, we just saw Wix close us above. So I'm waiting for a clear confirmation for prices to actually, let me fix this, pissing me off, for prices to actually close us on the daily above the red band in resistance, close a daily candle above this moving average here, and then and only then will I actually buy into XRP. Other cryptocurrencies like Ethereum I actually bought into, which is pretty exciting here, but you can see for the most part, they're all forming some sort of uptrend. XRP has an uptrend, Ethereum has an ascending fractal, and then Bitcoin has an uptrend here. It's hard to adjust or figure out what exactly the uptrend looks like because it's not really that good. I mean, we could probably maybe do something like this. This is we could leave it like this, I guess, even though we've dipped it below it in the past here. But we did clearly bounce right off bottom support as well as moving averages and are starting to head up higher. So I am excited with that. But you guys can see for the most part that we're coming up to retest our resistance up here at the moving average. So really we just bought into Ethereum for, today. We bought in earlier once we started to see a little bit more movement. That's when we bought in, and now we are starting to scale back up. So we do have a stop loss held a little bit lower back down at where we bought in from, or a little bit lower than that actually, right on this bottom support here. And this is pretty exciting. The past couple of days we have been, and you can watch the previous YouTube videos here, where I do explain clearly what exactly we're talking about. So I've been highlighting this movement for days now, where you can see right here, yesterday's video, we spoke about this ascending fractal here, and we were retesting bottom support. When we go back 2 days ago, you can see once again, we were in an ascending fractal. This is Ethereum's chart, and we are retesting bottom support with expectations of seeing a swing. And I literally write XRP Ripple, we are about to flip, and we talk about Ethereum too. The markets are about to stop this bearish correction and see the flip back to the upside. And that's exactly what happened, moving forward again. And I've talked about this and highlighted this numerous times here. Even here, don't be fooled by the drop. We had this big correction and drop, but we hit our bottom support on our ascending fractal, and we're probably going to see prices swing bullish. And you can see now, jumping into Ethereum, that is exactly what's happening. So we can jump back to the 4-hour prices here, and you can see that is exactly what we did. We have clear supports here where prices have been retesting bottom support, creating higher lows. We also have a top resistance creating higher highs, but this bounce and this retest of bottom support was a very, very, very high probability we would see a reversal bounce off here, with expectations of swinging all the way back up to eventually hit not all-time highs, to eventually hit major resistance at the top here. Where do I think that price is going to move us to? I think overall by probably mid-February, we could easily see prices retest $3,500. Somewhere around this moving average zone here is my target for Ethereum, and that's why I bought in. We're also trading slightly higher than this small resistance here, but I do think scalability will allow us to head up higher. I also bought in on Ethereum on Bityard. Hopefully you guys are familiar with Bityard. We talk about them every single day. I'm even wearing a Bityard shirt, and you can see Ethereum is trading right here. Where did it go? Here it is. And you can see what we ended up doing was we said, hey, this is probably the bottom, because we saw this big drop here, this big correction, which actually floated the market down quite substantially. This big drop was about a 13% drop across the board. And then after that, we said, this is probably the end of the drop. Don't be fooled by the drop. We're probably going to see a reversal back up as we are hitting bottom support. And that's exactly what we did. And here our price is starting to rally back upwards. So it's exciting to see that this is exactly what's happening. And what we did was we put a trade in just a couple of hours ago, earlier this morning, on market order here on Bityard with a leverage. We could do like 10, 20%, whatever it is. I did 10x. And then what I do is I type in the amount of margin that I want. It could be, 1,000 USDT. It could be all the way up to, it says 5,000 USDT. And then you literally click buy long. Once the position opens, you'll find it down here, and then you can literally change the type right here, or the entry time, or the action, whatever you want to do to favor yourselves. But you can also put in a stop loss just in case prices dip lower. But you can see we have entered that, and we do have a target set closer to about 36.55. That's where the 99-day moving average is. You can see on Ethereum here, 36.55 is right around the top of this resistance here, right around the top of this uptrend, or sorry, this resistance in blue, right over here. So we're looking for the price to swing us up and for us to move here. This is target. Obviously, we're going to hit the moving averages first on the daily, but then we have anticipation to head even higher. So you can see where this plays out right around here. So first moving averages, then that target resistance. And that's pretty much it. It's that self-explanatory. This was an easy called trade. You can see on Bitcoin here, we're also starting to see some consolidation. I do plan on buying into Bitcoin, but I need prices to get us probably above closer to 50K. Reason being is I want to see us break through these moving averages. We're very close and tightly knit to the moving averages. XRP as well is retesting and getting close to moving averages. So I'd like to see a confirmation closure of a daily above the moving average on XRP, as well as on Bitcoin here. And I'm okay to wait from 44 to like 47K until we close the daily above the resistance here, because you can see temporarily when we do break through the moving average, we tend to go pretty parabolic pretty quickly here. So I'm waiting for this confirmation to be broken, and then I'll buy in, because there's also a good chance we don't. We got rejected and we see, a correction to the downside here. Same thing goes with XRP. It could flop us downwards and we'll short the markets at that point, but I am waiting patiently to see how these go. how these trade, but Ethereum's the only one I have bought into with expectations of seeing prices rise higher. As for the S&P 500, to wrap up today's video, it's an interesting market. Yesterday we were talking about the symmetrical triangle that was forming here. You can see right here, if I zoom in, that there was some sort of uptrend forming here where we were creating higher lows. And what we were really looking for was a third confirmation to confirm this is an uptrend. We only had two. These were two, 1 and 2. So we were looking for this yesterday to confirm us where we would move to. And unfortunately, we closed below this uptrend here, which says, hey, we don't have a solid confirmation because we don't have 3 retests. So with that being said, I do have to delete this because it's not necessary at this point. What we can confirm is there are lower highs though, which isn't necessarily a good thing. And this is also now trading indirectly from Bitcoin and crypto. They're not correlated anymore, which is interesting. You can see lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high, continued. And we do have a bottom support at some point here. So we'll see how this plays out. But ideally what we're dealing with now, so we saw rejection off the moving averages on the 4-hour. And we're also seeing on the daily that we are trading inside what appears to be this bottom support that we did retest a couple of days ago or a week or two ago, which was a bottom. It was about 10% lower than we were, and we did see a swing back up. You can also see where we've retested it in the past here. So we'll see. Hopefully we close above here. There's a chance today we might actually consolidate up, get rejected off here, and we now need to fill in the gap until probably into March, which is unfortunate, but we'll see what happens here, and then we'll get the confirmation. If we can breach through this downtrend here and create a newer high, breaking through the previous high, we'll start to see a reversal, and we'll see higher highs and higher lows being formed, and then maybe we'll start to see that rally to the upside here, but we'll see. Otherwise, I'm getting ready because I have a lot more I'd like to buy into in these markets in case we do decide to dip here. So I don't care where we go. If this is the lowest we move to, then I'll, buy in when we start to head back up. But if we don't, we head lower, then I'll buy in when we go down. So it doesn't matter to me, but I can now delete that uptrend and say, hey, we're now in some sort of descending triangle. With that being said, guys, I do want to talk more about TurboXBT with you. I want to give a huge shout out to TurboXBT for sponsoring today's episode. As with all cryptocurrency projects, please do your own research and never invest anything you can't afford to lose. So guys, TurboXBT offers a new next generation digital trading platform designed to provide both novice and experienced traders with the potential to make money trading short-term market moves. Now, TurboXBT's easy-to-use trading platform lets you speculate on the direction of various trading pairs using synthetic short-term trading contracts. Now, these option-style contracts have expirations ranging from 30 seconds to 15 minutes, depending on the chosen trading pair. Now, basically, you just choose the market, the option time frame, and whether you expect an up or down move. And you can use these contracts to speculate on 38 trading pairs made up of 17 assets that include cryptocurrencies, forex, commodities, stocks, as well as indices. Now guys, TurboXBT claims you can make as much as 90% profit on a single trade, and you can start trading with just $1 deposit. Now, unlike many other trading platforms, TurboXBT is designed to give novice and professional traders the ability to make and profit from simple up or down predictions about short-term price moves. And the TurboXBT platform focuses on offering derivative short-term contracts that have their upfront costs based on various underlying market prices and exchange rates. Now guys, you can use the platform and these exotic contracts to trade markets including forex and cryptocurrency pairs, as well as precious metals, indices, and crude oil. And as you can see, after choosing Bitcoin or Bitcoin to US dollar as the asset you wish to trade, you will then need to select a suitable time frame. Now, the option contracts you can choose will expire in 30 seconds, 1 minute, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, or even 15, depending on the underlying asset. And to initiate a trading position, you just click the green up button if you think the asset will rise, or the red down button if you think the instrument will decline. And when making a prediction, the amount required will be immediately deducted from your account balance, just like when you purchase an option contract. Now guys, the menu bar on top gives you pull down menus for your positions, history, all trades, leaders, as well as transfers. And your trade winnings will depend on whether the traded pair gained or dropped in value within the set time parameter you selected. And if the pair rose in value and you choose the up button, then you would receive a payout from the trade. And if the instrument declined in value, then you would permanently lose your money that you've allocated for the trade. Now guys, you can make a deposit in fiat or in cryptocurrency, which is quite convenient. And if you want to try out TurboXBT trading platform and see if you can come up with a profitable trading plan using its option-like contracts before committing any funds, then you should definitely check out the free demo account the company offers. And you can access a demo account that actually provides you with 1,000 virtual dollars without having to create or fund a live account with TurboXBT. Now, the demo account incorporates all of the features of the funded account and lets you practice trading without taking any financial risks, which is cool. So guys, for more information about TurboXBT, definitely make sure to check out the links in the description of today's video. Otherwise, huge shout out to TurboXBT for sponsoring today's episode. As always, make sure to smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm, turn on post notifications, subscribe, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Peace.